Assalamualaikum guys. Today we are starting lesson number 2 of home science class 7. So let's start. In lesson number 2 household resources we are talking about the concept of resources. So let's take a simple definition of the concept of resources. Concept of resources. We have to depend on different types of goods and services to reach our goals. These are resources used to fulfill different needs such as house, money, intelligence, etc. Let's read. Concept of resources. We all know that the house, land property, money, furniture, equipment, etc. are resources. These are used for our different needs. From the definition of home management, we have learned that different kinds of resources are used for achieving the family goals. We have to do many activities to achieve our goals, and to accomplish these activities, we have to depend on some kinds of goods and services. These goods and services are resources. Different kinds of needs can be fulfilled by using the resources. Thus, resources are the tools to fulfill the needs. Now, think about Maisha, who wants to be a doctor in future. She goes to school regularly and studies attentively. She tries to gain knowledge by reading many other books besides the textbooks. The result of her examination is always good. The teachers and guardians hope that Maisha will be able to achieve her goals. Factors that we worked behind Maisha's struggle for achieving goal: her talent, punctuality, intelligence, and diligence. These are her own qualities, which are a kind of resource of her. The money that her family spends and the facilities that her family provides to achieve her education are also resources. So, it is necessary to use different kinds of resources to achieve any goal. Our houses, properties, money, furnitures, and other equipments, etc., are considered as resources to fulfill our needs. Similarly, our different qualities such as knowledge, abilities, intelligence, energy, etc., are also considered as resources to reach our goals. আই গেস তোমরা এতটুকু তো বুঝতে পেরেছো মাইশাকে নিয়ে এবং আমাদের অ্যাবিলিটিসকে নিয়ে, রিসোর্সকে নিয়ে। তো চলো নেক্সট পেজটি রিডিং পড়া যাক। নেক্সট পেজে আমরা পাবো সাম বেসিক ক্যারেক্টারিস্টিক অফ রিসোর্সেস। সো লেটস রিড some basic characteristics of resources. Number 1, utility of resources. All resources have more or less utilities. It means all resources have the ability to meet the needs, but utilities can be different for different kinds of resources. For example, with the resources like money, we can purchase many necessary things. It means all resources are useful in some way. This means every resource can help meet our needs, but different resources are useful in different ways. For example, we can use money to buy the things we need. Number 2, resource constraints. One basic characteristic of resources is that all resources are limited. For example, a person or a family may have limited income and limited land. Number 3, interrelation of the use of resources. Different resources are used together to achieve a specific goal. For example, in most cases, money, time, and energy are needed together to accomplish an action. It is possible to achieve a goal through a combined use of all resources. It means different resources are used together to reach a goal. Sometimes, for example, we often need money, time, and energy at the same time to complete a task. By combining all resources, it is possible to achieve a goal. Number 4, all resources have the ownership. The owner must have the ownership of the resources. If a owner lost the ownership or fail to use the resources, it cannot be owner's resources anymore. It means the owner must have ownership of the resources. If the owner loses ownership or fails to use the resources, they are not longer consist the owner's resources. So let's read page number 6. Ownership of money, house, land property, all the furniture at home, equipment, etc. is transferable. But the ownership of one's intelligence, energy, capability, skill, time, etc. cannot be transferred, as these are the qualities of a human being. There are some resources that require practice to enhance. For example, knowledge, health, skill, energy, etc. Money and property can be increased by different kinds of income generating activities. I guess তোমরা এটা বুঝতে পেরেছো. So let's see the task 1. Mention one of your goals and make a list of resources that you will use to achieve the goal. Task 2. According to the characteristic of resources, identify the resource of your family. So it will be your homework to doing this task.